Good afternoon. This is News Track coming to you live from our Rayfield studio. My name is Mercy Dala. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has joined well-wishers across Nigeria in celebrating workers on the occasion of the 2026 Workers' Day. In his May Day message signed by the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor, Gyambere, Governor Mutfwang commended the resilience, dedication, and invaluable contributions of civil servants and workers across the state, noting that their efforts continue to drive the growth and development of Plateau State and the nation at large. He described Workers' Day celebrated annually on May 1st as a reminder of the dignity of labor and the shared responsibility to build a more inclusive and prosperous society. According to the governor, the state's workforce remains the cornerstone of progressive governance and a critical force behind the successful implementation of the administration's policy framework. Highlighting achievements in workers' welfare, Governor Mutfwang stated that his administration has maintained a consistent record of prompt salary payments since assuming office. He reaffirmed his commitment to sustaining this standard, noting that it has restored confidence and boosted morale within the workforce. The governor further disclosed that significant progress has been made in addressing long-standing issues of unpaid gratuities and pensions. He assured that efforts are being intensified to clear inherited arrears and ensure that retirees receive their entitlements without undue delay. On capacity development, Governor Mutfwang emphasized that his administration has invested substantially in training and development programs aimed at enhancing the efficiency and productivity of civil servants. Though through digital reforms, targeted training, and institutional strengthening initiatives as the government is repositioning the public service to meet the demands of modern governance. He commended civil servants across ministries, departments, and agencies for their professionalism, commitment, and sacrifices, noting that their dedication continues to sustain effective service delivery and institutional stability in the state. Governor Mutfwang also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to providing a conducive and friendly working environment, stating that ongoing reforms are designed to build a more responsive, efficient, and result-oriented civil service. He noted that the government has maintained a harmonious relationship with organized labor through continuous dialogue and collaboration, which has helped in resolving issues and sustaining industrial peace across the state. While acknowledging existing challenges within the civil service, the governor reiterated his administration's unwavering commitment to addressing them decisively, stressing that improving workers' welfare and working conditions remains central to his governance philosophy and essential for achieving sustainable development. Governor Mutfwang therefore called on workers to remain dedicated, steadfast, and supportive of the Time is Now agenda aimed at promoting peace, economic growth, and social progress in Plateau State. Similarly, Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly, Nalon Daniel, has extended warm felicitations to Nigerian workers on the occasion of the 2026 International Workers' Day, commending their resilience, dedication, and immense contributions to national growth and development. In a goodwill message by his press secretary, Philip Eblon, the Speaker described workers as the engine room of the nation's economy, whose sacrifices and commitment continue to sustain governance, promote productivity, and strengthen democratic institutions across Nigeria. Daniel acknowledged the prevailing economic realities and workplace challenges facing workers, noting that despite these constraints, they have remained steadfast, patriotic, and committed to duty. He emphasized that the strength of any nation lies in the productivity and well-being of its workforce. The Speaker reaffirmed the resolve of the Plateau State House of Assembly to continue enacting progressive, people-oriented legislation aimed at improving workers' welfare, safeguarding their rights, and creating opportunities for sustainable employment and economic prosperity. He stressed the importance of stronger collaboration between government, the private sector, and labor unions in addressing workers' concerns and building a more inclusive and equitable work environment. Deputy Speaker, Plateau State House of Assembly, Issa Madaki, has distributed 34 motorcycles to his constituents. Issa Madaki stated that the initiative is part of his 2026 constituency project aimed at improving mobility and grassroots engagement. A House of Assembly correspondent witnessed the event at the NDLEA camp in Jos.
The distribution of 34 motorcycles by the lawmaker representing Jos East constituency, who also serves as the Deputy Speaker of the Plateau State House of Assembly, brought together supporters and well-wishers who turned out in large numbers. Addressing stakeholders before the exercise, Issa Madaki explained that many communities in the hinterlands face serious mobility challenges, making transportation support a priority in his 2026 constituency interventions. He urged beneficiaries to make judicious use of the motorcycles to enhance service delivery and community development.
I have a lot of things to do. I think this is not the first time, and this one will be the last time. More things are coming by the grace of God.
Earlier, the APC chairman, Jos East Local Government Area, Gideon Azin Yaku, alongside a stakeholder, Peter Dabo, commended the Deputy Speaker for the initiative, describing it as a timely intervention that will strengthen grassroots connectivity and support party structures within the constituency. Some beneficiaries, including Hanatu Ajia and Bulus of the Emergency Preparedness Response Team, Jos East, said the motorcycles will significantly improve their response capacity and effectiveness in serving their communities.
And he has been doing so many things. He supports everybody according to his status and according to his religion.
The means of mobility has been our problem, and with this one, it's going to aid us in what we do in discharging our responsibilities.
Among the beneficiaries are the 19 ward chairmen cutting across Jos East Local Government Area. In Jos, I am Shama Kigyang.
The need to strengthen effective dissemination of government policies has been emphasized as key to deepening public trust and engagement in Plateau State. Professor Godfrey Danan of the University of Jos stated this in a paper presentation during a one-day training workshop organized by the Nigerian Union of Journalists State Information Chapel held at the Information Center, Joseph Gomwok Secretariat, Jos. Our correspondent has details.
Professor Godfrey Danan, who delivered his presentation on the theme Developing the Capacity of Information Officers for Enhanced Policy Communication in Plateau State, called for the continuous development of the capacity of information officers to adopt strategic communication and solutions-based reporting approaches for improved policy communication. According to him, effective policy communication is essential in bridging the gap between government and the people, reducing misinformation and promoting public trust.
Nobody anywhere. In fact, you won't have a single problem if you engage the parts of the role of the people, what they should do, how that policy affects them.
Commissioner of Information and Communication Joyce Ramnap, represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Nanman Jonah, said the training focusing on the strategic communication and solution-based reporting is designed to equip staff with necessary skills to effectively communicate government policies and programs in ways that connect the public with government.
And higher. And at our level as a ministry, will continue to support. I always tell her that if we see your contribution as a chapter, we can easily come close and say, okay, you are doing something, we will support you.
In their separate contributions, Chairman of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Plateau State, Ayuku Paspo, represented by the Vice Chairman, Pam Musa, and two other former chairmen of the union, Yakubu Tadi and Kadaba Gokum, urged participants to take the training seriously, stressing that the knowledge acquired will enhance professionalism, improve content quality, and ensure that government activities are communicated accurately and responsibly. The chairman of the State Information Chapel, Hanatu Dushu, said the training was organized to strengthen the capacity of information officers in line with the evolving demands of modern communication systems. Some participants, Godfrey Moses and Rotmua Kassam, expressed confidence that the knowledge gained will improve their efficiency in communicating government policies and programs. The workshop attracted participants from various media organizations across the state. In Jos, Dashik Simon.
Electricity has been restored to Mangu Hali community of Mangu local government area after years of darkness. The restoration of power was made a reality with the installation of a transformer facilitated by Managing Director, Jos Water Service Corporation, Apollo Samchi, and illustrious sons of the community. Our correspondent has the details.
The installation of a 500 kV transformer ends the over 3 years of darkness in Manguhale when the only transformer in the community got damaged. Handing over the project, Managing Director Jos Water Services Corporation Apollo Sanchi said the transformer is among the 45 procured and distributed to communities across the state by Governor Caleb Mutfwang.
Now people can do their businesses, security will improve because there will be more lighting, and then people will be comfortable in their homes. Women, will also be very happy because at least they can use their kitchen gadgets and other utensils.
Samche explained that the intervention is part of the rural transformation agenda of the Time Is Now administration. While highlighting other interventions of the state government in the water sector, Samche urged the people to guard the transformer jealously while uniting and coexisting peacefully.
Very soon, the population of water from the Mangu Regional Water Project in water will be transported from Gindri to a storage tank in Mangu, where it's going to be elevated storage tank, so that the water can move by gravity to Manguale and can move by gravity to Panyam, Garang, and other places.
Responding separately, District Head of Manguhale, Apollos Parmak, as well as women and youth leaders, lauded the state government for the gesture.
The governor has pledged and he has fulfilled his pledge. We thank him very much.
To support us with this transformer in our community, I'm saying that God bless them and sustain them.
This is something that we've been yearning for. For the past 4 years, we've been in darkness.
They stressed that the intervention would boost businesses and economic activities in the community. From Manguhale, Mangulaka government, I am Gokop Timothy.
Content creators who have carved a niche for themselves are being encouraged to strive for excellence with the help of their smartphones. Executive Director, Total Stage 2 Screen Media and convener, Plateau Smartphone Film Festival, Alice Laka Fashanki, gave the encouragement during the Plateau Smartphone Film Festival held at Wealth House, Old Nightel, Jos. Our correspondent has the details.
Total Stage 2 Screen Media, in collaboration with the School of Creativity, Pre-University Academy, Film Factory, and Upstream Multimedia, had a smartphone film festival themed Changing the World with One Shot. Speaking at the event, the convener, Alice Lakafashake, urged content creators to cultivate passion, determination, consistency, and a willingness to learn in order to stand out in a competitive world.
It's power, it's influence, it's education, and we're not making it just to what's important to let this be known that smartphone is a weapon and not just a gadget.
The General Manager, Plateau Radio Television Corporation, Rita Kachalompam, who was represented by the Director of Programs, Hudung Gyang, stated that storytelling is driven by vision rather than resources, urging creators to share stories that reflect truth and inspire hope.
The smartphone has taken the same storytelling spirit and placed it in your hands. It has made filmmaking accessible, giving every young person the opportunity to create and share their voice with the world.
Contributing, Stephen Oko, a filmmaker and scholar, highlighted the fundamentals of filmmaking as the foundation for every creator.
If you have a phone, it's a tool of storytelling. So long as it has a camera, you should be able to shoot something. And for me, that is the closest, the easiest way to be a filmmaker. So for this young demography who spent or basically live on the phone, teaching them how to shoot content, make films using their mobile device.
Some participants at the event shared their experiences.
I have learned how to channel what you know, what you can actually do using just your smartphone.
I learned that you should use your device for meaningful things, not negative things.
Goodwill messages were received from the National Human Rights Commission, National Orientation Agency, and the Pre-University Academy. In Jos, Deborah John.
Moving on to the foreign scene, the U.S. has imposed sweeping sanctions on former Democratic Republic of Congo President Joseph Kabila, accusing him of backing the M23 rebel group. Washington alleges he provided financial support, encouraged defections from the Congolese army, and even sought to launch attacks on the military from outside the country. The 54-year-old ex-president, who led DR Congo for 18 years from 2001, has not responded to a BBC request for comment. The U.S. said these latest sanctions were part of a wider effort to support last year's peace deal between neighbors DR Congo and Rwanda that it brokered. Washington also says Rwanda supports the M23 and sanctioned some of its army's leading commanders in March. Kigali denies backing the rebels despite overwhelming evidence and says its military presence in the region is a defensive measure against threats posed by armed groups in DR Congo to Rwanda's security. The U.S. Treasury statement announcing the sanctions and Kabila alleged that he was aiming to destabilize Kinshasa and position an opposition candidate to regain political influence. Under the measures, all of Kabila's assets in the U.S. have been frozen. American citizens and companies are barred from doing business with him. Banks and foreign partners have been warned against even indirect dealings with the former president, with violations carrying heavy civil or criminal penalties. And that is it on News Track. Stay tuned for global news at 6:30 and news update at 10 p.m. Good afternoon.